Orono's town council approved the departure of their town manager during a special meeting last night. As part of a transition plan, Sophie Wilson will stay on the job through the beginning of December. While no reason was given for Wilson's departure, the council approved a payout to Wilson of almost $90,000 and a $5,000 payment to law firm Eaton Peabody to assist with the transition plan. Wilson became Orono town manager in 2011 after 10 years in the same role in Brown.